Hello everybody, just want to take the opportunity to show this little portable HF rig that I put together. It's installed in a Pelican case, a Pelican 1430 top loader case. It's comprised of a Kenwood TS-50S and an LDG Kenwood compatible KT100 tuner. Also have a voltmeter, fan, internal speaker. Batteries are internal to the Pelican case. They're two 7 amp hour lead acid batteries. So the way this is constructed is the front panel comes off, the radio and the tuner are installed, and the batteries are installed on a floor sort of affair inside the case, and it's constrained, it can't go up or down. And then the panel is separate. The switches for the various accessories are wired to the panel and to the batteries. They're 30 amp fuses internally. I've had trouble with ham radio type fuses before, so I used some commercial 30 amp fuse bodies from Motorola bases in there, so it's real robust. Some pretty large wire to minimize voltage drop. These battery switches here are 20 amp rated switches, but they're also double pole, so I got them wired in parallel so as not to stress the switches if I ever like to run 100 watts here. At this connection right here, I can bring in auxiliary 12 volt power to supplement the batteries. So I think with that connected from a car or auxiliary power supply, you can run 100 watts. Also, this connection here is the same connection where the charger for the batteries can be hooked up. So let's turn this thing on. First thing is turn on the battery, and then turn on the radio here. And there we're showing we're on 20 meters there, and the antenna tuner is operated just from this front panel right here. So there, oh, it was already out of memory match. This is the speaker wired to the external speaker port of the radio. Voltmeter to monitor the battery condition. So right now we're showing 12.7 volts on the batteries. And then the fan. So if you're transmitting, it's probably a good idea to run the fan. The fan's installed as far as possible to the right. Pressurizes the cabinet a tad, and then these spaces around the radio and tuner are the equivalent area of the fan to allow the exhaust air to come out. So I could turn the fan on now. The only glitch I had with it is that with RF, the RF was interrupting the fan and the voltmeter, so simply had to put a bypass capacitor on the fan, DC, and that solved that problem. So when you're transmitting now, there's no RF getting in the fan or the voltmeter. This auxiliary DC, right now I have my battery charger plugged in here, so when you throw both switches on for the battery and the auxiliary DC, it connects the auxiliary DC jack straight to the batteries, and with the charger hooked up, I'll turn that on then. In just a second you can see that the charge voltage is starting to work on the radio, on the batteries rather. So all in all, a pretty good little case. There's no penetrations in the Pelican case, so it's still watertight. Although it does weigh about 28 pounds. This is a really compact installation, so I don't know that it'll float. I don't plan on throwing it in the water, but I think it's pretty dense, and I'm not sure that it's going to float. But just rainwater and such, it won't get wet. The radio and the batteries are supported from the bottom, so if you drop it down, it's not gonna damage the panel or any of that stuff. So it's a pretty compact little setup. And I'm anxious to put it to some use on some trips, travel and such. So anyway, thanks for looking, and we'll talk to you next time.